The territorial cup buys possession for both the Cats and the Devils, but only one gets to take this rivalry hardware home, and it's time to find out if we'll bear down or forks up. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will get the first swing of the game. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That hole closed quickly and pick up of 1 to the 15. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, for some teams the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it, because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He's got it. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Arizona's offense will take the field for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-timer baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Barry. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He might want another play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Quick strike through the air for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Lost a throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Pocket breaking down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football, so you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. So now it's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Arizona State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Back to pass on second down. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Here's a heat. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Hit as he throws. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Throwing right. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Gain of 17 on the play. And that's a first down for the offense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Durant.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Good timing on the quick out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking to throw. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
Touchdown, Arizona State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Arizona. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get us?
Turning it on! And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wants to fire on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Here comes the noise. Is this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense? And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick pass on the jet motion. He breaks a tackle. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. He's got it. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical, and he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink, and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Durant. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado, and a history buff, too. Great history between these two schools there.
Yeah, and it goes back obviously that long. So many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
Timeout call on the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on third down. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Oh, that may be in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there. Sure, everyone has the same call. Arizona runs out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Fights off a defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, the territorial cup rivalry is among the most bitter in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Arizona and Arizona State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They kick it away on fourth down. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man to the left. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He wants to take the top off. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a bomber.
He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Touchdown, Arizona State! They take the lead with the 6. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Barry. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Making side adjustments here. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Hecker. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Barry. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing red zone. This is a big spot.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Trailing and getting deep in the game. They'll go for it here on 4th and goal. And he'll finish the run,
end zone. When you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They're working that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Slithers into space. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Here comes the noise as this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down. On target. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun, they'll run it. There he goes! You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll give it to the back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his guide.
Touchdown, Wildcats. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house for the 6 to finish it. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete to the right. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. From the gun. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on for a massive fumble recovery.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the air on first down. Under fire. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
It's first down from the 11. The handoff keeps working on that clock. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll toss it to the left. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
got the back over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Punch it out of the air. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Durant. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Now on first down from the 43. Wants to keep it in the air. They get to him as he throws. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man. Smashes through the tackle. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Snaps it in the shotgun. Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be shown for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Barrett. He was really bothered by those two picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The prize is the oldest rivalry trophy in college football, and it is Arizona who will bring home the Territorial Cup. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.